All right, welcome home. Welcome to Inside Pool Magazine, Inside Pool TV, the Great Southern Billiard Tour 2015 here at Sure Thing Billiards in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm here with the legend, Shannon the Cannon Dalton. Welcome, and we are at the finals of your tournament.
We have finally made it. Here to the finals. Alvin, I appreciate everything you all have done all weekend, coming out and setting up for us, doing a good stream. Another good solid tournament, especially for the middle of summertime. 42 players, good solid event. Got two more new finalists in the finals that neither one of them's ever even been in the finals. So looks like we're in for a pretty good match.
Great, and Scott Crain is going to be racing to 4, and Buddy Fisher to 6.
Yep, Buddy coming from the one-loss side. He will have to win 2 sets. It is a true double elimination finals. They should be starting any second. We went ahead and gave them the green light to go.
So Great Southern Billiard Tour has been rocking it out across the South, and July 25th through 26th.
Yep, we'll be at Mickey Milligan's in New Bern, North Carolina. Very nice little pool room there, all diamond big tables. Been having about 3 or 4 events there for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's always a good, successful event.
All right, we're about to get started here. Great Southern Billiard Tour Finals. Now I noticed Buddy was playing some real nice safeties. Did you see how smart of a... He plays pretty smart. He doesn't always make everything, but
he does.
He tries.
He's a good solid 6 in this tournament. I think both of these guys' ranking is about as fair as you can get it. That's a tough job to get everybody's ranking exactly fair.
You're doing a good job at it, though.
Every time, if you'll notice, though, all of the matches that you've had on the stream, nothing's been a blowout today. Every match has been either heel or within a game or something like that. That's about as close as you can get it.
And they're not complaining either.
No.
So that's good. They're not complaining about the handicaps, which I hear at a lot of other tournaments.
Well, most of these guys, have played with me. And, once somebody plays with me 2 or 3 times, I can get a real good general idea on how they play. When somebody first comes in, all I can really go off of is try to find players in their area or the internet or word of mouth. And, usually we can get it real close. Occasionally I'll have to move somebody up or down, but in general, we usually keep it pretty tight.
Well, that's good. Well, the cue ball went downtown, and Scott's going to get a ball in hand. Shot on the 2 ball.
These in short races like this, these very first couple of games are very, very crucial. Thank you all for coming. See y'all. Bye-bye. Especially in the very opening games like this, when you've got a guy like Buddy that's given up 2 games here. You got a guy going to 4. If you can win these first couple of games, giving up 2 games, then it puts all the pressure back on the weaker player. But if you make a mistake and, don't do that and let the guy go into the less amount of games get out and win the first game or 2, then you've really dug yourself a hole.
Yeah, you got to come out firing. That's for sure. I'm a big fan of really playing the first shot like the last shot. It's really concentrating as hard as I can when I'm in the beginning of a set.
It's really detrimental in these short races like this, too. Those first couple of games are, very, very crucial.
It's hard not to lose focus in pool, like more towards the middle of the match. I watch the ebb and flow of usually the players will come out. I'm talking about the highest level players is where you really see. And they'll play great at the beginning, and then they start missing balls in the middle of the set. And
it's
then
very
at the
hard
end,
to keep that intensity, to keep that high-level competition. And that's when you see your better players, usually at the end, are the ones that handle it better than the others.
The distraction factor has been a big issue. It's such a small room here that it's well designed. Everything's great,
but it's at maximum space. I see exactly what you're saying.
So there's a lot of distractions going on, and I always think that that's the hardest part of this game is
being able to play through distractions. It's a lot of it.
Okay, so Buddy Fisher,
he's going to win game 1, and again, that's why I was talking about how the first game can be so big here. Like if he would have lost that first game, now he's got to be he's got to beat the guys. If he would have lost the first game, if Scott would have won it, now Scott's only got to go to 3, so he'd have to win 6-2 from there. So now it's a 5-4 race versus a 6-2 race. That's how big that first game is.
Absolutely. And we are brought to you by Muellers.com as far as the inside pool, and that's 1-800-627-8888. Order your free catalog today. Tell them you saw the stream. You appreciate their support of Inside Pool, ongoing support. And, of course, we have our Great Southern Billiard Tour sponsors, Nick Varner Custom Cues, Ozone Billiards, azbilliards.com, Lomax Custom Cues, Gilbert's Custom Cues, Tiger Products, Delta 13, and you can find Great Southern Billiard Tour on Facebook.
You can find us on Facebook, or you can go to my Facebook, either one. I've got Shannon Dalton regular page, Shannon Dalton athlete page, and a page for the Great Southern Billiard Tour.
Shannon Dalton, One Pocket Hall of Fame member.
This boy Scott's playing with a lot of confidence today. He sometimes, though, I've watched him play some matches today, he's getting a little quick, and I think that's cost him a few games.
The feel players, that's good. It works a lot of the times, but then sometimes, man, it'll wreck you.
When it rears its ugly head, it's rough.
Right. Exactly.
I'd like to give a big shout out just to Brent Hudgens and everybody here in Myrtle Beach. Me and John Brumback actually came here and done their grand opening for them a little over 5 years ago when they first opened. And I've been running a tournament every month here for over the last 4 years, and he's never missed a beat. Big supporter of pool. Huge for the game, especially in the Myrtle Beach area. He does a lot for pool and gives these players, all these local players and stuff around here, something to play in every month, and it's got nothing but great things to say about Brent and the room here.
Absolutely. They've been great to us.
Unfortunately, he couldn't be. He is actually on the way back into town right now, but he's going to try to make it here before we get done. But if he don't, he'll probably come in as soon as, probably when we turn the camera off. But he definitely wants to meet you and tell you thank you and everything for everything that's been done.
Him too. And I'll tell you what, I'm the inspector. I go into, I worked in food and beverage a long time. I walk right in the kitchen spotless. Floor, there isn't a piece of dirt on the floor, on any of the counters or anything.
That means a lot.
Clean. The bathrooms are clean.
They got really good food here.
Do you see even one piece of dirt on anything?
No. I mean,
not even one.
Of course, they don't have filet mignon, but if you're talking about bar food with good cheeseburgers and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches and wings and stuff like that, like you expect to get in a bar, this is about as good as it's going to get.
Spotless. Not a fly in the place.
They do take good care of it.
I haven't seen a bug.
The only thing we had a little issue in here yesterday with it being a little bit hot, but I mean, we was just packed out. We was at full capacity.
Yeah, this place was packed. All right, 9-ball, another one.
Scott's just making a run of this, but I mean, he's won 2 games and 4 shots. So I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that when a table 9-ball can be a very cruel game sometimes.
It sure can. It's once again, it's the better player usually
does. That's correct.
Find the right path through the labyrinth.
Short races too, though. I mean, every shot, like we were just talking about, is very crucial. But I mean, I'm happy for both of these guys. It's either one of their first times in the finals. They've both played numerous events with me, especially Scott here. Buddy's not played near as much as Scott has, and I'm happy for both these guys to have an opportunity to win.
See, and I just saw. I'm huge on this, that once you get your adrenaline pumping and everything, I always see the players, even the best players in the world, right after they do some really good shooting, they break and they'll break too hard.
Or lose the adrenaline, just loss of focus. You know, when you're breaking the balls, it's just such a small area of expertise there that where you've got to cue the cue ball out and strike the one, and you can just simply flinch and miss hit the one a little bit, and you go right in the side just like he done. He hit the one a little bit on the heavy side and straight in the side.
I like to, I mean, I'm not a great player like you are, even close to your speed, but I like to, once I'm really feeling good in that next break, I click it down 2 clicks, the speed level, and then that usually is when the adrenaline's going, that usually is the normal speed.
See, I've never thought about it like that. I just try to put the same, a lot of tables will break better than others at different speeds, but once I found a break that I'm comfortable with, I just want to repeat the same break every single time. go through your normal routine. It's just a shot, like everything else is.
Just a shot.
Go through your normal routine. Bend over, take your time, do everything exactly you're going to do, like you're shooting a tough 9-ball. Bend over and deliver.
Gotcha. That's it, man. That's how players reach the next level, is to master what you just said.
Well, that's one thing that makes Shane Van Broning's break so devastating, especially playing the 10-ball. It's not that Shane overpowers the balls, but he hits them so solid and so consistent every time. He hits that one
like
right on the button, and he does it with better consistency than anybody. And that's the reason, he's been dominating the game of run-out pool for the last several years now.
Sure is.
I mean, I've played all the players, and I think that boy's got the best 10-ball break that I've definitely ever seen in my life, and that's saying something. I mean, pool's a little different now with the rack, with different kinds of racks and stuff, and magic racks and all of that, but just day in and day out, that boy's got as devastating, especially a 10-ball break, as I've ever witnessed.
Well, I'll tell you what, your 10-ball game is amazing, Shannon. You're one of the few players that I'll actually sit there and watch their match. And,
well, thank you, Alvin. I appreciate that. I just wished I had more of a chance to compete than I do. I run so many of these events.
I wish
now.
you did too.
I'm going to be running around. Looks like approximately 35 events again this year. And now that Marge is working at the post office and I'm out here by myself. When I go home, I don't even want to play pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's just not as bad as I hate to say it. It breaks my heart, but men's professional pool is. Not the brightest future right now that I've ever seen it. I'll say it like that. But I do really miss competing. Just try to get out and go play when I can, and try to practice some and stay a stroke at home. I just wish there was more good professional events for guys to play and to be able to make a decent living, because this is such a great game.
Well, that's where promoting and all the pool fans out there can do their part to help the game. If every single pool fan did one little thing to promote the professionals,
just show support. That's basically all it is. But I mean, it's all numbers game. Sponsors wants to see numbers before they're going to put added money into stuff. And it's just everything's a numbers game. And anytime you're doing with marketing, we've got plenty of players. There's no doubt we're not shortage on amateur or professional players. I think pool, as it's being played right now, is at the highest level I've ever seen it. There's so many good players and so many good young players, like Justin Bergman, Skylar Wood, with all these young guys coming up. Just so many good young players.
We're a Lamborghini sitting in the garage with no gas in it.
That's exactly right. And what's so sad is there's nothing for any of us to get out and playing anymore. I mean, you've got some of these, they're having some good small, high entry fee events, 16 players, 24 players, $1,000, $2,000 entry fee tournaments. But the days of a true pro tour and $30,000, $40,000 added to each event. I mean, when I grew up playing, when I played all the time all through the 80s and 90s, I mean, we had at least 12 to 15 events a year with $25,000 or more in added money, and that's just not the same now. And I really miss it.
Well, we can all individually do our part to bring the game up. That's what I'm doing here. That's what you're doing.
That's what I've been doing with the Great Southern Billiard Tour ever since we've been in business, just try to keep the game alive.
Well, people come out to see you. All right, Scott Crain.
He got a little careless there. He got made a good hit.
Sold the farm.
Yeah, he did. Probably should lose the game from here, but he just got a little careless and got over there behind the 5. And, if you let the cue ball go, it's just like a snake. It's all right as long as you got a hold of it. As soon as you let it go, you're going to get bit. This boy here is a good, solid little player. I think his handicap is exactly right.
Yeah, it is.
I think I hit him right on the button as far as it goes. He's just solid, nothing flashy, just when it's his turn on the table. And I've seen him make some mistakes at a 6. A 6 normally makes. That's right here's one of them.
Exactly.
He had all of that room from anywhere to the right of the 7 ball all the way to the rail there. All he's got to do is get past the 7.
It's easy for anybody to miss that ball except for a real high-level player. You just got to put extra flavor on it, don't you?
He had another foot and a half, though, there that he could have went and definitely had a shot. Instead of he just let off the stroke on it, come up behind the 7, and now, this little bitty, like we was just talking early in the match, one or two little mistakes like this right here can easily cost you a short race like this.
But it's amazing, your handicap system works so well. Look, the last 2 players in the fields, they're not 9s.
No.
They're 4 and 6.
I mean,
You
we
know,
have
you
8s
can
and
play.
9s get there all the time.
Yeah,
I think
but
we have a
they're
9 win this
sloppy in here.
tournament. But what I like about the tour, and I think what the amateur likes about my tour, is they don't feel like they're just coming out and it's a donation. The same 3 guys or 4 guys or 5 guys win every tournament.
No, they really got to come with it. The good players really got to play good.
They do have to play good, and they get aggravated sometimes, and I can understand that, the better players, because they know they're the better players, but the handicap is so solid and so strong that it makes it tough on them.
They have nothing to complain about either. Because your handicap's right on with their opponent.
Well, like I said, you can only do the best you can. I try to get it. I tell everybody, if I could make every match go heel and have a perfect ranking, that's what I would do. And that goes, I think that's the reason we've been successful, and we keep numbers of players.
Sure do. It's hard to tell from this angle.
Now, I think he can hit a piece of it, but I think that's about all he can do. He might try to cross the 6 over by the side and bring the cue ball back under the 9 to the side rail and back under the 9, if he can hit enough of it to do that. That is what he attempted to do.
Nice. Fortunately, he
didn't hit the 6 too thin and hit both of them too hard.
Oh.
I would have tried to lay the 6 over on the side rail. That way, if you didn't hook him behind the 9, at least he's got a tough shot.
Gotcha.
He's not left with that straight in there.
Nice tip. Nice.
A lot of times when you're playing safe, you don't just play safe to hook the guy immediately, because it's not always there. But when you can make it real tough on him and a real hard shot, look out. Oh, wow.
I think it's Scott Crain's day today.
It sure looks like there have been several things go his way. And
I'll tell you what, he peeled his eyes open this morning, and, he must have popped out of bed and had a...
He is on the hill. We got our first player to the hill. Buddy's got to win. Well, Buddy will have to win 4 games in a row. But it's not like that. He's not done anything great to win this match or get ahead like this. He made a early 2-9 combination. He made an early 3-9 combination, and then here it was just kindly a poor safety on Buddy's behalf to let him to the table there. If he goes back and watches this match, with you guys on InsidePool.tv, he'll see that he's had ample chances. When you get a couple of quick, easy combinations like that, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Those matches will be available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/InsidePoolMag. Make sure you subscribe, and of course the Billiard channel on Roku. And hopefully we'll be doing some more events with Shannon soon.
Well, Alvin, we'd love to have you. I'd love to have you back out. It's always a pleasure having you guys. Do a great job. I've been doing business with you guys ever since we've been in business, and I think I think we make a pretty good team together.
Oh, absolutely. You got us right on your flyer, and I always love supporting you and Marge and the best players in the country here, and amateur players for sure. South Carolina, North Carolina area.
Again, guys, we've got next weekend off, but if anybody's not doing nothing, July 25th and 26th, we'll be in New Bern, North Carolina, $1,000 added. Entry fees are $50 for men, $30 for women and juniors. Handicapped event just like this on diamond tables. And again, that's Mickey Milligan's in New Bern, North Carolina.
We start on time.
That's July 25th and 26th. We start sign-ups at noon, sign-ups and registration at noon. We have free practice from there till 2 o'clock, and we start at 2 o'clock.
Period. You will definitely have a fun time, I promise you that, coming and hanging out with Shannon Dalton. You cannot not have a good time.
He is 3 balls away from his first win on the Great Southern Billiard Tour.
Oh, he doesn't have to play 2 sets. That's right. The other guy came from
He wins. He makes pockets this 8 and 9. We've got a new champion.
All right.
And he deserves it. He's played hard.
Scott Crain.
I've seen funnier things happen, but it looks like this is it.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone, here at Inside Pool TV on the Great Southern Billiard Tour.
All right, guys, I appreciate you all tuning in. I've got to give these players some money and take some pictures, get everybody out here. Alvin, I appreciate everything you've done.
You too.
Thanks to Brent Hudgens. Thanks to everybody involved. Brent. Again, a shout-out to my sponsors, Nick Varner, Ozo Billiards, AZ Billiards, Lomax Custom Cues, Andy Gilbert Custom Cues, Tiger Products, Inside Pool Magazine, Delta13.com. This one's a wrap, guys. Come see us when you can. We'd love to have you on the Great Southern Billiard Tour.
Thanks.